The city of South Lyon Wastewater Treatment Plant serves to remove pollutants and contamination from sewage received by its citizens, businesses, commercial, and industrial residents. After treatment, clean water is returned to the environment. But where does this sewage come from, and how does the South Lyon Clean Water Plant remove these contaminants? In this video, you'll see how the Clean Water Plant operates and how you can help it run more efficiently. Welcome to the South Lyon Sewer Tour.
So what is sewage and where does it come from? To understand wastewater, you must first understand drinking water. In every home and business in the city of South Lyon, drinking water is the safe and clean water which enters your home and is used for the purpose of healthy living. Once the water has been consumed, or used for example, by bathing, washing clothes and dishes, using the garbage disposal, and even flushing the toilets, you now have created wastewater. This wastewater leaves your home or business and travels through a system of pipes. Along the way, lift stations pump the water, raising levels so the wastewater can then flow by gravity into the clean water plant on Dixboro Road.
As the wastewater enters the treatment plant, the first process that occurs is the water flows through a quarter-inch opening screen called a bar screen that filters out large objects. The water falls into a tank called the wet well. 5 large raw sewage pumps push the water up to the aerated grit chamber. Here, small debris such as stones, gravel, and cigarette butts known as grit are removed. The water now leaves this chamber and is then pumped about 200 yards into a very large aeration basin. The wastewater stays in this basin for approximately 30 days and is continually aerated. This large basin, which looks like a swimming pool, is very important. Here, naturally occurring microscopic bugs living in the water consume or eat the pollution, helping us clean this dirty water. These bugs consume the organic matter in the wastewater, also known as pollution. Water now leaves this aeration basin and flows to 2 large circular tanks called clarifying chambers. Here, the water flows very slowly, at approximately 1 foot per second, where a suspended solid settles to the floor of the tank with the help of a chemical called polymer. At this point, the sludge travels to the digester, where the water leaving the final clarified chamber goes to the tertiary treatment, also known as active flow. For the final stage of treatment, the suspended solids that settle in the clarifying chamber make up what is known as sludge. Sludge is very important due to the fact that it carries suspended solids out of the water and is very rich in nutrients such as phosphorus and nitrogen. This sludge is thickened and held in an aerobic digester, where it is then pumped to tanker trucks and injected into farmland for farmers to use as fertilizer.
Remember, the clean water leaving the secondary clarifier chamber is what travels on to the final stage of treatment called the active flow. The water entering the active flow still has tiny particles of suspended solids in it. We add a chemical called polymer, which looks just like a jelly. This makes the water very sticky, making the particles of suspended solids stick together, which makes the larger particles called flock. Sand is then added. Sand sticks to these larger particles, which adds weight, making these particles heavier than water, so they sink to the floor of the tank. Water then leaves the active flow and passes through a pipe that has ultraviolet light. This disinfects the water, the same way that the sun disinfects water, making the water safe for humans to touch. We then let the water flow into a small creek called Yerkes Drain, which then slowly flows to the Huron River. Communities of people will reuse this water for drinking, bathing, swimming, and fishing. What we just explained here is continually ongoing 24 hours a day. Even when we are sleeping, the plant is cleaning. In fact, when you get up on Christmas morning or are watching fireworks on the 4th of July, the plant is working. In addition, when you go to bed tonight, it will still be cleaning water. It never stops to rest.
A superintendent, chemist, water operators, and central employees maintain this facility. The chemist performs wastewater tests according to guidelines by the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality. Testing includes wastewater flow in and out of the plant, suspended solids, phosphorus, ammonia, nitrogen, heavy metals, and coli from bacteria. Extensive record keeping and documentation is a daily regimen of testing.
Water operators maintain all the pipes and mechanical equipment used in collection of sewage water. The city's Department of Water and Wastewater, along with the Department of Public Works, works hand in hand maintaining the distribution system consisting of sanitary sewage water and drinking lines.
South Lyon collects 1.2 million gallons per day of incoming sewage and releases 1.2 million gallons per day of outgoing treated clean water. With the treatment facility upgrade, it has a capacity to treat up to 2.5 million gallons per day.
City of South Lyon is committed to the safety, reliability, and security of its operations. This helps maintain the public and environmental health of its citizens and surrounding communities that are affected by our discharges.
What can you do to help support the South Lyon Clean Water Plant? The public can assist by using good common sense in what they discharge from their homes and businesses. Do not dispose of toxic chemicals, grease, paint, medicines and needles, sanitary napkins, or diapers down your toilets or drains. These items can lead to flow reductions or blockages in not only household or business pipes, but city sewer lines as well. We can all work together to reduce city operating costs.